All right, good morning, cyber traders. Happy Monday. Everybody getting ready for a little Christmas action. Good to see you, Louis. Louis, Gino, Mark, everybody on YouTube, welcome back. Looking forward. I gotta do some Christmas shopping. My God, I gotta get the food ready and everything else. I gotta probably have to do a couple little run around today, but hopefully everyone's excited. Welcome me back. Let me tell you, the Spider-Man movie. I don't know if anyone saw it. It was really good. We were talking about on Wednesday, right? I said Thursday. Oh no, Thursday I went to go see the movie. I talked about it on Friday. I said, yeah, you ever want me to spoil it, this and that. What happened with AMC on all week last week? It did unbelievable. Let me just bring up the chart on this thing. What a great run up from Friday. I mean, this thing was just so much fun. Went from like $24 all the way to 29. You know what? I made my money. I made a little bit on it. I think I made like $2 on it, which wasn't that bad. But what a hell of a run that thing had on Friday. I mean, that alone just paid for itself. And when you think of it, and you're talking about like the Spider-Man movie, AMC, this and that. Listen, what else would make AMC run? Maybe the Wall Street bets people out there pumping it and getting excited, all that stuff. So anyway, that was a really really nice runner. Please don't spend more than $500. Well, James, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but I spent a hell of a. I already think I just spent that just on dinner, for crying out loud. I got my cousins that came from Italy, and I don't even know if they're gonna go back. You know what? Which is the other thing, I want to talk about. A couple of other stocks. We had some big runners last week also. One of the other big runners we had was Pfizer, and there were really, really, there was some really good stocks out there. And obviously, listen, everybody is from all parts of the world. I spoke to people overseas. Some of you are being affected, but here where we are in Long Island, there was one part of Long Island. They say 1 out of 4 people have COVID. I mean, it's that bad. It's that bad. They said that people of color were getting affected, when COVID first came out. Now they're saying mainly white people are getting affected with the new variant that's out. So it's just kind of weird. This thing is just, just spiraling around, and it's, like, I was at a friend's bar mitzvah this weekend, and there was some pretty heavy duty people in this place, very very important people, and people that are high up, like in the medical industry, even like connected to like the White House and stuff, and and listen. I guess you all know what's going to happen on Tuesday. The president's going to be coming out. He's going to be talking on Tuesday. I'll be honest. I won't be shocked if there's a lockdown. I mean, I don't think it'd be a shock. I'm probably going to do it right after Christmas or stuff like that, but I will be prepared for that. And you know what? Like I always tell you, unfortunately, catastrophes do make opportunities. So you see the market's down about 400 right now. We saw what happened on Friday. We were down also. We had a little bit of a bounce back on Friday, but support levels are right around 34,000. Right now we're at 34. We're about 800 points from that. Just be listen. There could be a good opportunity out there. You know what I mean? Like, some of us probably don't want to see that and worry about our swing trades, this and that. But I'll tell you, I talked to a lot of people. A lot of people got beat up on swing trades. I mean, a lot of traders got hurt. I mean, look at the Dow from April till until now. What did it go up? 2,000 points. I mean, really not getting that much. And I know a lot of you also have gone there too. And seen that happen regarding certain your swing trades. You're in, you're out. I didn't really do that great on my swing trades. I did okay on my day trades, but you got to just follow what the trend is. Listen what's going on out there, and try to trade stuff like that. A couple of you, Carol says, we are in partial lockdown in Ontario. I know Europe. I know Italy got locked down. I know London, in England, they're looking to lock down. They just started they didn't lock us down here in New York, but now they're like asking, everybody go to restaurants. They want to make sure little kids got COVID tested. One thing that's pretty scary, after January, they're trying to make a vote that without parents consent. They want to try to pass something in New York where without parents' consent that they can give you a 14-year-old, a shot. So, they're really, really like scary, but the pharmaceutical stocks are doing great. I mean, because of it. So, as much as you believe what they're doing, if it's right, if it's unconstitutional. But once again, you know what? Doesn't mean you should not trade that stock. Remember, I always told you what happened with the financial industry back then. Uh, well, I don't know about this, Lita, but everybody got Andrea's gift, here in the office, but mine apparently I got stopped. Mine got stuck at the border, so he's sending me out new ones. But I'll let you know when he sends them out. But let's do some shopping. Let's talk about what happened last week. And there were a couple of things that did make a move. So anyway, you had the SPR, which was a nice move on Friday. That stock went from like $38 to $40. You had the IDGI, which was a dead cat bounce. That stock came back down really, really hard on a really nice short. But that stock, I mean, you could see it right there. It touched almost the resistance levels going back in November, now came back down. That was a fun stock to trade. There was a stock B that moved, not B. AMC obviously was probably the best one on Friday. I did a really big event on Friday with Meet with the Pros. We had close to 1,000 people there. It's just amazing how many people are now starting to realize, and especially if you're going to get locked down, I mean, what else are you going to do? You got to make money. And so more and more people starting to realize we got to get into the trading business, and there's no better time to get it than now. And it was just great to see a very overwhelming amount of people that registered. And, you can see a lot of people coming into the room. But remember, like I tell everybody here, and I told everyone does the trial, and you all know this, a lot of people that do the trial really don't qualify. That's why it's important to talk to education advisor, tell them a little bit about you. Let's do a diagnosis, a little bit about what you're doing and how it works, because it could do more harm than good. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. At least someone's going to tell you the truth. You don't want someone to go out there and just train you and tell you, go on your own, that's your business. We don't do that there. That's why I've been doing it for so long. So we're really excited getting a lot of new traders coming in. But once again, don't be discouraged if we tell you, listen, you know what, we're not the right fit for you. And that's not a bad thing. But overall, you saw some of the good movers. That's the past. We're going into Christmas. I expect it not to be a very exciting one, going in these next couple of days. But I mean, for crying out loud, I mean, now with the new virus that's out there, it's going to make the market volatile. So it's not going to be as bad as it seems. Anyway, a couple of stocks, we're going to go over it. I want to keep AMC back on the watch list. AMC looks like it's moving pretty nicely. I did a swing trade on it. I still have it. I bought it at 27.20. I still had it. I did a little bit of a swing trade on that trade. So I'm holding on to it right now. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner. So I'm going to see what happens when it gets close to 30. It looks like there's some pretty substantial resistance levels right there. So I'll keep an eye on that one. A couple of the stocks that I have, we know the stock SOPA, SOPA. Now this stock got crushed. This is what I like. I love bottom fishing. So this stock, you could see here, was as high as almost 80. It was a new IPO. One day went from 40 down to about $9 and never came back. But you know what? It's starting to look like it's coming up. It's like one of the first days they're up. I like that. Sometimes you see things like this. Don't trade too many shares, if you want to do a little bit of a swing trade. But you know what? The stock has got some good volume, 8.5 million shares. I was just watching over here on level 4. There were a couple of nice iceberg orders out there. Let's go show you the iceberg orders. So we had a couple of them right here, hovering right around here about 480. You got one right here that got hit. You could see the volume kicked in a little bit here. But not a bad looking stock. Do I see any big iceberg orders down the road? I mean, I don't know about 21,000 at 540, but at $5. But that one looks like it's Monday, so we don't want to get too cocky. CANF, this one is probably the nicest one that's moving this morning. Remember, if you notice here on the watch list, for some of you that are on YouTube, and obviously if you're on our alert service, these was some of the stocks we found this morning. So CANF was obviously moving pretty nicely. Cheap stock, 28 million shares. I mean, the stock is gapped up pretty damn high, but nice trend, nice movement. I mean, obviously you could see it's a pharmaceutical stock, so something must have came out good out of what they reported. But I would be very careful around the resistance levels around, was that 250? Yeah, right around there. Hopping over here on level 4, we had a big iceberg order that was right here, and you could see he got executed. It was like 32,000. You could see the volume bars down here. So the guy did get executed. It looks like it's going to be testing. Looks like it's going to break out of this price right here. It's a very cheap stock. You know, you could trade a lot of shares if you're an advanced trader. If you're a beginner, you know you got the liquidity to get out of it, but nice little stock right there. We're going to keep an eye on that one. That one made the watch list. If you were here at 8 o'clock this morning, you got in around 210. You're looking pretty damn good on that stock too, and not even that much money. We're going to keep an eye. Listen, Moderna came out some news. They said that they think they have their booster shot again. You know, which they're always making money on it with this new variant that came out. And this new virus, the new one that's new variant that's out. So they come out with news on it, and you could see, but we're not going to trade in a $300 stock. But Pfizer is going through FDA approval right now. They think they have the drug that will actually cure the virus. It's which is very important. Listen, there are people that don't want to take take the booster and everything else, and there are people that say, listen, I'm sick, then let me give me something. Obviously you can take something if you're sick. So they said it might not come out for about another month, but it's going through FDA. But listen, I still own it. So I bought it, I sold it. I think I own it at like 52 or something like that, which I had it earlier too in August. I had it at 47. I sold it at 43. But it looks good, Pfizer. So that one's excited. I'm keeping an eye on that. And then also keep in mind, if you need to hedge yourself, okay, then look at some of the ETFs. UVXY, listen, we saw what happened UVXY when the market crashed. Remember, this thing went from, you could see it right here, thing went all the way to $1,400, for crying out loud. Could you imagine $1,400? My God, that is crazy. So if there is a crash, there's these things that these ultra shorts you want to look at. There's this one. There's VAX. You can see all these stocks. There's all of them. So if you need to hedge yourself, some people like doing it in options. You could do it on an ETF. All right. So with that said, did I miss anything? Brian said he's up about $1 from Friday. Look at that. There you go, Brian. You put that in there. Way to go, Brian. Brian did pretty well on that one. So listen, just be really careful regarding about what's happened with the market, and I'd be really, really concerned about what President Biden is going to say tomorrow, because that could change a lot what happens to the market. Remember, we're the most, he's the most powerful man in the world at being the president of the United States. Things that they say, you got to take it for a grain of salt, and it could affect a lot. So we got to keep focused on that. So let's get ready for the market. Open up, everybody. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook Live, we'll be back here at 2:30. If you're new here to Cyber Trading University, please keep in mind, talk to education advisor, do your walkthrough, make sure you talk to your, just sit back. Remember, you're in a trading room, not a teaching room, and just see if it's something that is for you or not, and hopefully it is. All right. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. We'll start commentary once the market opens up.